hope you guys are enjoying your day. I wanted to make a video to bring you some information. A lot of you guys came in contact with me and my channel through a video I made maybe about 4 to 5 years ago on how to boost your credit fast with merchandise cards. I see a lot of credit repair companies advertise what they call trade lines. Trade lines and merchandise cards are basically the same thing. So what you need to understand is the 5 elements that make up your credit score. Number 1 is payment history. That makes up 35%. The second, which is the key factor we're going to discuss today, is available credit versus outstanding balances. Then you have your next that would make up is mix of credit, accounts. So that has to deal with about 10%. Then you have also the length of your credit history makes up about 15%, and inquiries makes up the other 10. They give you the scope of your credit report and how you get your score. Now, when it comes down to trade lines, the way they work, or merchandise cards that they send you, they exclusively let you buy products from a company, their products only. You cannot take that credit line and go rent a car. You can't take that credit line and go purchase a TV from Best Buy. Is usually exclusively with that company that you can buy items. But what that company does, they turn around and report that line of credit, revolving line of credit, to one of the 3 credit bureaus. Some of these companies actually report to all 3. Now, where does that benefit you? It benefits you if you are a person with no credit, or if you have a lot of outstanding debt, like student loan debt. Take, for instance, if you got $40,000 worth of student loans. So that debt is weighing down your credit, and you only have a credit card of $500. So right now you're looking at heavy debt, and versus your available credit is like $39,500. That's bringing your credit report down. But if you can use one of these merchandise companies that give you a credit line of $5,000, you now are looking at about $35,000 worth of debt, which will help improve your credit score. It really works really well if you have a person, let's say, that has $10,000 worth of credit card debt, and they're not able to afford to pay their card down. They got a $10,000 credit card, and they got $9,000 worth of debt on that card. If you turn around and get a $5,000 card, what that helps do is balance out the debt versus available credit and help increase your credit score or improve your credit score. So, some things that you have to understand when you go and look for some of these companies. Number 1, you have to look at the terms and how they operate. Some of them will not report until you first have to pay a fee to become a member. Then a lot of times you have to buy their merchandise exclusively from them, and that purchase have to be made. And then you might even have to make 1 payment or an additional 2 payments before they start reporting that to your credit report. Not all work like that, but the majority do make you pay a membership fee. Secondly, some of these companies require you to print out a contract and send it back to them, even if you paid the fees, that you agreed to make sure that you are approving your credit with that company. So sometimes until that is filled out and sent back, they would not report to your credit report. So you want to keep that in mind. Also, you want to make sure you keep these accounts when you start them open for at least a year or better, because what this is going to do when you put this positive credit line on your credit account, I mean your credit score, it's gonna on your reporting to your credit reports, you're gonna start receiving things in the mail and from other banks. Usually it's gonna match the amount of credit you had. So say previously you had only a $500 credit card. Usually your pre-approvals in the mail or mail offers match that $500. But say if you get a company that gave you a credit line of $5,000, normally what happens, the bank's going to send you pre-approval letters for $5,000. So what this does for you, while you have this open, you can start applying for major credit cards that send you pre-approval letters that offer you a better chance of getting other bank credit cards, that you can rent cars and do other things that you desire to do to help you live a better life. So another important thing, make sure you don't close those accounts prematurely, because if you do, or miss payments, it can have a negative effect on your credit report. So you want to be very careful with that. I'm going to give you some of these lines of credit that I have used in the past, some that I'm using currently. One is My Jewelry's Club is one that give you a $5,000 credit line. Also, I have used Hunt and Chase in the past. I believe now they give a $1,500 credit line. And also is Ox Publishing is one I personally used in the past. So those I have personal experience with, and they have increased my credit from about 20 to about 50 points. Now, one thing I will suggest, I added those on gradually because I learned when I personally did it and did two at one time, sometimes you don't get a bang for your buck. You know, you're looking for like, I did the first one, I got a 50, point increase. I'm looking for another 50-point increase. It usually doesn't work like that. If you got a 50-point increase the first time, you might get 10 or 15 points the next time. So I tried to spread it out. I tried to stagger them so I can get more of an effect. So hopefully that video will help you understand that. If not, I have a book I offered many years ago on Amazon. It's a quick guide how to boost your credit fast using merchandise cards. So you can look that up on Amazon, and I will put it in the description. If you want to take the time to read on more information, feel free also to look at some of my prior videos so you can get an understanding, and hopefully that you guys can help yourself achieve the goals that you're looking to. Have a blessed day.